to get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean?
I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Somebody tell me, somebody help me, somebody try to explain to JH what in the blue hell is going on. I just had a conversation with a clerk. This is for all window clerks. Help me understand. Okay? Help me understand. First off, I understand that you guys are timed by the window. So you get a customer, you have what, 2, 3, 5 minutes, whatever, to turn your customers, right? Right. People, follow me though. People, follow me. This is where I don't understand numbers. So they got a 5-minute turnaround period. Somebody standing in line, and then all of a sudden, you gotta have this person out. So they come up to the window, they gotta buy something, they gonna ask for something, and you gotta have them out, right? Cool. Okay. Now, I come up to the window with my little ticket and says, hey, I got a package here waiting, okay? Me, Mr. Clerk, apparently, the clerks are not supposed to leave the window, right? So what are they supposed to do? Hit their little bell, right? So that the supervisors, or call them so that the supervisors are coming to help them, right? So that they don't leave the window. That's the key, right? Don't leave the window. From what I understand, don't leave the window. Not supposed to leave the window. But if you got a 5-minute turnaround, I just heard somebody got talked to, brought to the side, spoken to, because they were not supposed to leave the window to go get my package from the back. They're always supposed to be at the window. Okay. Now, scenario. Hey, I got a package. Oh, okay. I see some ID. Okay, all right, match it up. I'll go grab it. Run to the back, go get it. Boom. Cool. That took less than 5 minutes. What they want you to do is to get on your little walkie-talkies or ring the bell and wait for one of the supervisors that's on the phone in the back, because that's what they do all day. They're on the phone handling customers all day. They want you to call one of the supervisors in the back to stop with their phone call, to walk all the way up to you at the window and say, hey, Jeff, this person needs this package. Jeff walked all the way up there. Jeff's gonna walk all the way back and then go back to the window again with this package. How much time did that burn? Because while they're on the phone with the customer, it's not like they can say, I gotta go, I got a customer, hold on, and they hang up. No, they gotta end things with their customer first before they go up to the window. So how much time is that gonna waste? And how dare a manager turn and say, hey, you did not turn this person in 5 minutes, but yet they turned around and tell you that you, Mr. or Mrs. Clerk, have to wait for the supervisor to come up there to get this package. Logically, it doesn't make sense. Because if they show me the ID, I can run back and get it. 5 minutes, they out of here. But if I'm calling somebody and I gotta wait for them to come up, then go back, and then come back, it's gonna take more than 5 minutes. And then, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. At the end of a week or at the end of the month, they have a report that comes up and says, hey, Quincy had this person, or this time of day, you had 8 people that took longer than your turnaround period. what's going on? We need to have a conversation. We need to you need retraining. Because you didn't turn somebody in 5 minutes. So, you're not going to remember all your customers. That's number one. Number two, how in the blue hell do you cover yourself? Me, because I have a few clerks in the family, I was told that if you carry a tiny little notepad, yes, that means you got to write, and you just jot down, anytime you run into a scenario that's going to take longer than your allotted amount of time, notate it so that it can't fall back on you like you were not doing your job. For instance, that scenario, it happened at 1:27 p.m. on the 1st of August. You make a notation. Oh, quick, just pull out your pad. Boom, 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 boom. While you're waiting for him. All right, call the supervisor to go get the pad. Boom, boom, boom. Now you have it written down because you're not going to remember it a month later when they pull you into the office to talk to you. Make notations. Or when you have the old lady that went to swipe her card and she spent too much money for the day, so they put a freeze on her card, and she's there at the window in front of you. Just give me a second. I have to call the bank. I have to call the bank. Now, while she's there waiting, you still have an open window because she's trying to take care of her business. And then 3 weeks later, you're pulled into the office. Can you remember everybody? No. Make notation. On August 2nd, I had Mrs. James at the window. She had issues with her bank card. You know what? Management will pull you in the office and confuse the hell out of you when you give you an II, but they can't once you pull out that paper. Oh, you're talking about the 8 times. Well, I just happen to make notes on every single time I had that issue. So the first time, I had to call you. You took 8 minutes to come out to the window to go get that customer. So whose fault is it? Your fault. Second time, it was Miss Jameson. She was standing there and she had an issue with her cash card. So, yes, that ticket was open. There's nothing I could do. I could have voided it, but then I'll show up as a void. Oh, there was another time when the system went down. That was on this date. So, you got any more questions? When you sit there and come to the office with the armor on, with your guns ready to blaze, knowing that you got your stuff in order, management cannot do nothing to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? They can't do nothing to you. The problem that we have is people going there unprepared when they go and sit in front of management. Okay? Your union can help with so much. But if you do diligent as you're working that little tiny notepad, you slip out your pocket and make notations while you went over 3 clicks. Oh, that's because right before I got off, you know, the supervisor told me to go wrap pallets or buckets. And I told her I'm leaving here in 6 minutes. But Jenna told me, hey, finish doing it. I said, okay. And then a month later, they say, hey, you went over a few clicks on your time card. Well, you told me that night to do this, remember? Because you are already equipped for the bullshit that they are ready to throw at you. You see me? Do not allow them. My phone keeps twisting. Sorry. Do not allow them to sit there and psychologically whoop you. Once they realize that you're not one to play with because you're always equipped, they will leave you alone. They may catch you slipping a couple times. Even if you go and punch out for lunch and you didn't make it back in time. Hey, I was coming back and then on my way back, you called me and told me to stop by the Cheesecake Factory. That's the day you told me to stop by the Cheesecake Factory to go get you some cheesecake. With your cheesecake eating ass. And now you want to call me in the office a month later talking about why I clock in, 8 clicks late? It's your fault with your cheesecake eating ass. You the one stacking up the bathroom. Jay just be going on some shit. No, but I'm serious, man. I don't understand. They have some of the best people at work here and they badger them with the bullshit. They say, hey, you can't leave the window because in case we get shocked. They call it shot when they have a mystery person that comes in there and says, hey, there was nobody at the window. And then the whole station get in trouble. Well, the person did leave the window to go take care of a customer. But if they don't leave the window, then they call management. Management is doing diligent, doing their work in the back. They can't react that quick. Where is the medium? Where's the medium? Where is the go-to? you know, this is not even my craft, but enough people I speak to, it just, again, it's all about those numbers. It's all about those numbers. Stop faking the numbers. You see me? That's up to management. Always trying to make yourself look good, and then when stuff happens and you get your bosses calling you, managers, and you can't explain why somebody was late, well, it's obvious, because the system isn't set up for us to win. The system's set up for failure. These checks and balances that the management puts in place, or these organizational structure that they have, it's not set up for success. It really ain't. You as the worker, though, you can prepare yourself. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of maturity, and a little bit of organization to stand up and say, hey, I got reasons why my window didn't turn in 5 minutes or less. I got reasons why I didn't get back in time. I went to go do a route, and you told me at, 3:30 in the afternoon to go back out, and I'm telling you there's 6 school zones. I'm not gonna get to the spot as quick as it was earlier in the day. Everything, make notations. Carriers, if you run into situations where you got some super heavy traffic or there's an accident, take a picture. Take a picture. Hey, did you take a picture while you were driving? Yeah, I did. You know why? Because I was sitting still, and you guys would sit there and think I was not doing anything. This is why I was sitting still. So 2 weeks from now, you cannot say I did something wrong. I was stuck. They go, well, is there anything you could have done differently? Yeah, not come to work that day. That's it. Besides that, I did my job to the best of my ability. That's all I'm asking. Postal family, this is JH with that babble and a little bit of that know-how, little bit of that get 'em, little bit of that get right. You see me? Keep yourself equipped. Keep yourself prepared. This is JH.